Welcome to the second instalment of the FIH Hockey Pro League Roundup Show. In this action-packed programme, we follow Great Britain's men and women as they touch down in Australia. India are in action again as they go head-to-head with World Cup winners Belgium. And Argentina and New Zealand get their Pro League season up and running. Great Britain's men got their season started with a trip to Sydney and the Olympic Park for a match against Hockey Pro League champions Australia. The first match provided us with plenty of goals, finally finishing in a 4-4 stalemate and a point each, with the shootout bonus point going to the host nation. The question was if the second game would be just as tight.
Now here go Australia. Flynn Ogilvy's ball into the circle, and that's the opener. Australia score. What a pass and what a finish. And that is the equaliser. Luke Taylor for Great Britain. If I'm not mistaken, with a low shot into the goal. We are all square. Australia 1, Great Britain 1. Nice interplay in midfield. Australia bringing it forward again. Space is opening up for them. Into the circle they go. And that is the second for Australia. Australia responding very, very quickly indeed. And Australia working it forward again. This is working out for them. Into the circle. Is this a shot on goal? It's lifted and in for a third Australian goal. Chance to turn here for Australia, and that is number 4 for Australia, Aaron Zalewski. Here go Australia, and that is number 5. So it's a 5-1 final score. Australia 5, Great Britain 1.
Just like Australia the previous week, Great Britain having to settle for a single point from their first taste of the action this season as the hosts dominated the second match.
Yeah, I think so. I think what you want out of the first few weeks of competition is really good, hard competition to see where you're at and to kind of benchmark your training leading on, because Tokyo's not too far away. So we really want to know where we're at and we want to work on that.
From Oceania, it's off to South America next as we welcome Las Leonas, Argentina, to this year's FIH Hockey Pro League as the ladies welcome USA. The hosts got off to a fast start in this one and were quickly into their stride, and despite USA notching up a pair of goals, they were well beaten in the end, 6-2 the scoreline, with another tough match to look forward to.
Shot comes in. And it's deflected down off the goalkeeper into the back of the net. And Argentina off to a flyer here, just as they were yesterday. See those wide open spaces out on the flanks? Oh, that's a really soft. Some lovely chasing down as well. The keeper's just left it a little bit late and pays the ultimate penalty for it. And Argentina get a third goal here. Well, they really are on fire. Just over 3 minutes left in this one. According to the stadium clock, the United States have got their goal. Well, you can see just how pumped their coach is about that as well. A little bit of kidology, or is she a penalty stroke saving specialist? Well, she went the right way and got something on it, but she couldn't keep the ball out of the nets. And now Barrionuevo extends the lead here for Argentina. So third corner in quick succession here. Oh, that's gone through the goalkeeper, and it's another goal for Argentina. Little run at this one. Driven out, shot comes in, parried and delivered into the roof of the net. And Argentina have got their 6th goal. Even that goal doesn't bring a smile to the face of Carlos Retegui, though. Hard man to please at times. So once again, it's a 6-goal haul for Argentina. Hardly time for us even to restart here. It's been a convincing, if not spectacular, performance again from Las Leonas.
Another 6 goals for Argentina as they ran out comfortable winners in the end, and a perfect start to their 2020 campaign. But work to do for this young US team.
I think that we're just going to get a lot of fitness in. We have to be able to play for a full 60, so we need to be more fit.
The Black Sticks had a tough opener as they faced Belgium in Auckland. Belgium had given a good account of themselves against world number 1 Australia the week before and picked up where they left off, not giving the locals a chance by swarming all over them, scoring 3 goals in the first 7 minutes to kill off the match, which eventually finished 6-2 as we moved into day 2.
Jenas once again trapped brilliantly. There's the shot towards goal. Huge opportunity, the goalkeeper, a good foot to it. Not a chance now to crack this New Zealand defence. Played in a lot sharper this time. There's the shot, and it's gone in. Hendricks it was who's broken the deadlock here for Belgium. He looks up, picks up this Sluva. Played in, brilliant turn, excellent spin. What a finish that is from Belgium. Beautifully constructed goal that was from the Red Lions. High fives all around, and they've doubled their lead. Played wide here by Russell, inside the circle. Chance here for New Zealand, closed in on a goal, it's loose! And slapped home in the end for the opening goal here for New Zealand by the captain, Blair Tarrant. Well, they deserve that, New Zealand, they're stuck at it. So here comes the penalty corner. Van Doren is there. Trap from Van Doren. There's the strike towards goal. Great start. It's loose and it's gone in this time. Koscielny's with the finish. And once again, it's Belgium who have a 2-goal lead. There's the final buzzer. High fives, handshakes and smiles all around for the victorious Belgium Red Lions. Once again, another victory in New Zealand. They did it the hard way this time.
A more even contest on day 2, but it was still the reigning World Cup winners who took the spoils, leaving them riding high with 14 points from 6 matches. We stay in Auckland to check out the form of the ladies, who welcomed reigning Olympic champions Great Britain to North Harbour Hockey Stadium. Despite the visitors losing their first-choice keeper Maddie Hinch to injury, they were able to keep a clean sheet thanks to her replacement Sabby Hish as they triumphed 3-0. The second game was far tighter.
And here's the first chance for Olivia Shannon. Score! What a finish! Tobin with the slap and Tobin with the goal. It's bouncing around in front of the keeper, it's loose and it's in! Scores with her second, and Great Britain take the bonus point.
Nothing to choose between the teams on day 2, and a brace from Olivia Shannon giving the home side a point as Team GB came away with the shootout bonus point. We return to Buenos Aires now to see how Argentina's men's team shaped up for their double meeting with Spain. In an entertaining first match, it was the Europeans who came out on top at a 7-goal thriller, with Pau Camada scoring the winner in the 59th minute from a penalty corner. Could Argentina avenge that defeat on day 2?
That's Cecilio. Nice turn. Shot comes in. And this time it's gone through the Spanish goalkeeper. So second corner in quick succession here. Camada gets his feet around, and that's what he can do to you. Pau Camada scores again, and Soye there. Argentina have got away with one here. Into the circle it goes. Ball pulled across. Oh, and it's finished in the back of the net. And Argentina again are back in front. Just to be their moment. Yes, it most certainly is. They've got a 3rd goal here. And there is the 4th goal, and that may well be game, set and match. Argentina consistently they've first the ball. Here they come again. Ball tucked under the shoulder. Clever work into the circle and through the legs of the goalkeeper. And there's another goal. An untidy end to a game that has seen Argentina pick up their first points in this season of FIH Hockey Pro League.
Argentina leaving nothing to chance on day 2 as they swept aside Spain 5-1, with Lucas Martinez chipping in with 2 goals to assure victory. In part 2, we'll follow the fortunes of India as they welcome Belgium to Kalinga Stadium. Argentina continued their season with double meetings for the men and women against the Netherlands. And New Zealand resumed with the men facing Spain and the women up against USA. Welcome back. In part 2, we continue to follow the fortunes of Argentina as both men and women are in action once again. Down in New Zealand, fans were gearing up for another weekend of double action as well. Firstly though, India are back in action, looking to build upon a great start as they welcome the reigning World Cup winners. India's tough start to their first Hockey Pro League season continued against world #1 team Belgium. The first match will be remembered not for the scoreline perhaps, but more for the incredible demonstration of world-class goalkeeping at both ends of the field. The result, though, was a positive one for the home crowd as India once again triumphed 2-1. Day 2 was yet another tight battle between these 2 hockey giants.
Hendricks on the left-hand castle. It goes to Alexander Hendricks. Hendricks scores! And it's the perfect start for Belgium this time around. It was India who scored inside 90 seconds yesterday. He wants the ball, is he going to get it? Surrender takes it into the circle. Still going Surrender Kumar. Good work from Surrender Kumar, and it's gone in. They do make it tell. Cunard across the face of goal and deflected in. What a touch from de Kerpel. Harmanpreet and Amit Rodas. It's Harmanpreet, good #1 running, and Van Ash. Amit scores! And India are behind for less than 30 seconds. Harmanpreet. Chance here, scores! It's Planovo. The loose ball out of defence from India. And Planovo puts Belgium back in front. It's a desperate tackle. Wenye celebrating. Flick forward. There is the final hooter. And Belgium get their first win in 9 matches against India.
All the goals in this one coming in the first half, and this time it was the Belgians who came out on top by the odd goal in 5 to continue their fine start to the season. And player of the match, Nicolas de Kerpel, learned something on his trip.
That it's always a really hard game to play in India. So I really hope that one day we can go back here to play against India again, and hopefully it's going to be a bit easier than today.
Christchurch is our next destination as host New Zealand welcomed a US team that was looking to shore up a leaky defence. And despite showing signs of improvement, the visitors still found themselves on the wrong end of a 3-1 defeat on the first day as we join the action on day 2.
King rolls it in, Merry, one touch, goes for goal! There it is, New Zealand have the lead. The King-Merry combination does it again here for New Zealand. Fired in, beautifully taken as well. Mitchelson driving inside the circle, there's the shot, and what an excellent finish that was by the New Zealand captain. Taking in a stride here by Gregor. Oh, lovely bit of work here by Gregor. Can she get on the score sheet? Across the goal there from Gregor. Was another solo goal here in Christchurch. This time it's USA who get themselves a goal. Brilliant run. Brooke Neal shaping up there for New Zealand. There's the shot. Excellent stop again. Nicely worked by New Zealand. Mitchelson. Oh, delightful bit of skill here by Mitchelson inside the circle here. Oh, what a brilliant move that was by New Zealand. Again, it's the New Zealand captain. And New Zealand cleared their lines once again. There is the final buzzer. Another victory here for the New Zealand Black Sticks.
The home team winning by the same scoreline even on day 2 to walk away with maximum points as Team USA still await their first point of the season. We'll return to Christchurch to see how the men got on in their meeting with Spain a little later on. But now it's off to Buenos Aires. Argentina's men enjoyed mixed fortunes against Spain earlier, but were hoping to spring a surprise on the visiting team from the Netherlands. And they gave as good as they got in game number 1, which finished in a 2-2 draw, with the Dutch taking the shootout bonus point. Day 2 proved to be yet another cliffhanger.
The FIH Rising Star shortlist players this season. And it's the opening goal. And it's gone the way of Argentina. Lucas Villa at the back post, all smiles. Netherlands chasing shadows. It's a difficult game to play in this sort of heat. Mazzilli, oh, it takes a touch and it goes in. And it's 2-0. And it's Villa and Mazzilli once more linking up for Argentina. Van der Veerden, crash ball in. Vivaldi, oh, Prusa's there once more. With a very Mirko Prusa type piece of the action in front of Vivaldi. Oh, there it is. It's Kemperman who's done it. The old hand comes good once more for the Dutch. Oh, and the Netherlands, it goes wrong once more, and with it go their chances of all 3 points as the hooter sounds. Mazzilli. Block to the top of the D, top of the circle, clears it away. Appropriate for the Dutch for him to finish this one off. Waits for Vivaldi to move, finishes on the reverse. Mirko takes the second bonus point of the weekend for the Netherlands. This time they have to work harder in the shootout, but they take it in the end, 4-3.
Deja vu for the hosts as they were again pipped to the shootout point by the Netherlands, but 4 points from the trip to South America was not a bad harvest for a happy player of the match.
I think we played really well. It was a solid game, we created a lot of chances. I'm happy with this one. But yeah, we can be happy with today. I think the score could be much bigger. We created a lot of chances, a lot of PCs. But yeah, we won a shootout, so in the end we can be happy.
As promised, we return to Christchurch now, where the men took on Spain. The visitors found their feet quickly on day 1 and were 3-0 up before the hosts could reply. A brace from Albert Bertrand, en route to a convincing 4-1 win for Spain, who were looking for a repeat on day 2.
New Zealand all in black. Up against Spain here in the usual red strip here for second match in the doubleheader. Looks like Woods is there as well. And Kane Russell all lining up here. Played in. There's the shot. Oh, what a finish that is! Brilliant strike from the penalty corner, and New Zealand have the lead. Here's Sam Lane. Jacob Smith inside the circle. Muir's there, and it's touched in. Well, New Zealand have doubled their lead. Closing down the space. Well, has it gone in? Well, I think it has. Well, finally, he has been beaten here. Sideline ball for Spain. Enough time to get the equaliser. They're into the circle again. Wide right-hand side, Spain. Another excellent stave there by the goalkeeper. Right at the end of the third quarter, Leon Hayward. There it is, it's set up. There's the shot towards goal, and it's squeezed in. Would you believe it? Here in Christchurch. Last chance saloon here for Spain into the final 60 seconds. Desperate defending here by New Zealand. And that's another goal here for Spain. Well, from absolutely nothing. Well, was that the buzzer that went? Look at that. What a match here in Christchurch today. The first win of the 2020 FIH Pro Hockey League season for the New Zealand Black Sticks. He'll be absolutely delighted here, Darren Smith.
The second match a tight one, with the hosts edging it in a 5-goal thriller where Kane Russell came good for the Black Sticks with his 2 goals from penalty corners, helping them to a 3-2 victory. Argentina's ladies were looking to inflict a first defeat on the reigning champions, the Netherlands, who were in Buenos Aires having beaten all comers so far. The hosts didn't disappoint on day one as they were able to keep a clean sheet and score 2 goals themselves to come away with all 3 points against the world number 1. Match 2, however, was of a different character.
Another high-quality match underway in the FIH Pro League. First versus second in the world, Argentina. Now, the match has been delayed due to the weather here. The storm here in Buenos Aires has struck once more, as it did just prior to the match. The voice you can hear in the Senate. Gorgelani. Oh, it's gone in. It's gone through Vinendal and into the net. The second goal in 2 matches for the number 3 Augustina Gorgelani. Out it comes to Matla. She flicks, she scores. On the stroke of half-time, the Netherlands women have done exactly what the Dutch men did as well. A couple of goals last season in 7 appearances in the FIH Pro League. It will be her once more. And it's in. It's snuck through Belensuki. Get a goal in the next 5 seconds, which the Dutch get one themselves. What a finish that is. Who would have believed it? Across it goes, and the Dutch have made it 3-1.
Oranje able to avenge the defeat on day one as they come away with 3 points from their trip to Argentina, having upped their game on Sunday.
We wanted to have to play with more energy and to dare more, and I think we had a way better connection than yesterday. We worked really hard to be an option for each other and play a passing game, so that was the difference, I guess.
Now a short recap of the other matches that were played during this period. On the men's side, Spain welcomed the Netherlands, but were beaten narrowly in both games, with the Gas running out 4-3 winners on day one, with the second meeting finishing 4-2. New Zealand looked to recover from the 2 defeats to Belgium against Great Britain, but drew the first match 1-1, taking the shootout bonus point, with Great Britain winning Game 2 by 3-0. The women have been busy as well. Australia welcomed Great Britain and beat them in the first game by 2-1. That proved a very significant result in this fixture, and the second match was suspended due to stormy weather, and so double points were awarded for the first encounter. Neighbours New Zealand had earlier opened their Pro League season against Belgium, falling on the first day by a score of 2-1. The host came back strongly on day 2, winning comfortably 4-1. Time for the table, starting with the ladies, where we find the Netherlands still out in front on 15 points, with New Zealand nearest to them in second spot, 5 points adrift, and Argentina and Australia a further point behind. A look at the sharpshooters then. Leading the way for the women at the moment is Kiwi Olivia Merry with 6 points, having scored 2 field goals and 4 penalty corners, with a trio of ladies on her tail on 4 points. Over to the men's table, where Belgium are top of the pile, having taken 14 points from their 6 matches thus far. Netherlands are second with 11 points, and India have dropped to third, but have played 2 matches less than the duo above them. Top scorers? Well, PC specialist Pau Camada of Spain is out in front, also with 6 points, 5 PCs and a field goal for him. In second place, 1 point behind, is the Netherlands' Jip Janssen, and a further point behind is Belgian Alex Hendricks. And as always, we invite you to watch hockey at its best. Why not check out a game near you and experience the action live? Just follow the on-screen address for ticket details. Well, that's all for this programme. We'll be back again next month with more hockey action Until then, thanks for watching and bye-bye for now.